Hi, Arthur.
Hey, hello. I was trying to get on my desktop, but I guess it wasn't letting me sign in. So, um,
Like
This
Google
call
Meet
may be
wasn't letting you?
recorded for note-taking and coaching purposes.
yeah, I was on Google Meet on
Oh,
the
weird.
desktop, but it wouldn't let me in. So, um, I don't know why it's
No
not let.
worries.
Okay.
Well, you can be on your phone and follow along on your computer in Partner Center. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You put in when you booked with me that you wanted to take a look at adding store links.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There are some links that I added. Well, I guess that would be vendor center. But anyways, when they go to like my store, I put some links in there, but they wouldn't go through. Well, they would go through, but it wouldn't be the actual link that I put in. It would go to another. All the links would be the same instead of what I put in.
Oh,
So
interesting.
if you
Well,
go
we
to
can
like
take a look at that. Yeah. Let me share my screen real quick. Which of these? Go. All right.
so yeah, I guess if you just like look into the store or go to that first one or
Oh, manage store.
let me see which the public store.
Yeah. Do you have it on your website or are you using like this public store share URL?
Yeah, I use that, but like I said, the links that I put into it for like, cause I have like some different packages and I added my own.
Mm-hmm.
If you could go into there, I could show you like is there
Yeah, well,
like
let's
a
take a look
radio
at the sorry, say that again. You cut out for a second.
radio submission is the one where I'm putting the links, but it stays as the same link. So I want to see how. No, that not that one. It's a regular. Just says radio submission. That one at the bottom, and that's not even.
So this product that you created in Vendor Center?
Yeah, but I can't
Okay, we
when
can
I
take a
add
look
the
in Vendor
links.
Center first.
Mm,
Okay, sorry, I'm just opening up Vendor Center so we can look at the products that you created.
mm-hmm. It's radio
So
submission. Yeah,
this one
that one.
here.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look. All right. So you've got a description, you've got some icons.
Yeah. Could you go to like add send it an order form link.
The order form link, sorry? You're
Let me
cutting
see.
in and out a little bit.
Yeah, could you go down a little further? Near the bottom. I'm trying to see where you add the link, where I add the links.
So there's order
Yeah, the
form where you
order
can
form.
build out the form. Okay,
Yeah,
let's.
that part right there.
Okay, so it looks like you've built it out. Business website, contact information,
Hmm.
salesperson information, your description, and then you want them to upload some files. And then these
Hmm.
links.
Well, the ones where it says USA, I had them all to a link, but it was from my other CRM where I built the links in, and it'll
Okay.
have it like a page. So I was wondering if there's a way that because I tried to use like your regular links, it wasn't going in there, so I added them from another CRM that I have.
And sorry, what
So
did
these
you?
ones, the packages where it says USA, like I put that one because there's two links. Like I said, when I'm on the regular page, I already put all the links on there. And this page right here, I just added a couple of them, like the HTTPS yes, should look like that. Add it to it so to link to that particular sales link.
Yeah.
Go down.
Can you go down where? Sorry. This is the
You
end
see
of
where it
the.
says USAC top 100?
Yeah.
That link right
So
where it says HTTPS, it should link
yeah.
to that, and there should be like a sales page to it. So I don't know. Yeah, see it,
Yeah. So I
but
clicked
that's
on
the
that.
same
Brought
one
us
on every
here.
one, and there's different prices. There's different prices for the different ones, so there's different links. And when I put them in, it all goes to the same link. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. So like what you've linked, let me just open this out again. Sorry. All of these different ones, you're saying they're all going to the same
Yeah,
link?
I had a whole bunch of them. If you would go to the regular page, like I said, I don't know. I tried to build on both of them, but like I said, on this one, that's not full. The other one, if you go in like directly into the store and hit radio submission, it'll show you a list of all the different radio station packages, and it would only go to that one. Yeah, if you went to the store, I know that's where you go.
Yeah, just open another tab here.
You go to radio submissions at the bottom.
So all of these links?
I'm not seeing them. Well, let me see. Yeah. So all those I had all to a specific link for that package, but they all converted back to like the 295 link.
Okay, let me just click on one randomly. Yeah, so that came to 295, and then let me click on this other one down here. Sorry, it's opening in a new tab, but yeah, they both went to the 295. So let's go back into Partner Center here. We'll go into the package. Ba, 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 ba. Why won't you let me change these things? All right, sorry, I've got like 4 different tabs open here. Okay, so all of this information in this product page is pulling from what you have done in Vendor Center, right? Because this is the product information, so it's pulling from the product details for the radio submission product. So all of this is pulling from what's in Vendor Center. So if we go into Vendor Center, let me share this tab instead, and we have the order form, or sorry, not the order form. Now we want to look at the product marketing. So this piece here. Now, I don't want to unlink it. I want to so 1B29, won't change anything with that. And then we look at this one. So it looks like all of the links in here in the different URLs are all going to this one link, this one URL that ends with 1B29. So the 3 different ones that I clicked on. So you should be able to edit the links to be the different like landing pages for that. Like, do you have one of the other ones, like the USA country top 100?
Yeah, I put all the links in there, but like I said, it always goes back to that link. So I mean, it should, if you go into the link, it should already have the link in there.
Yeah, they're all going. They all are listed the same. They all end with that 1B29 or whatever. That the URL all ends with that. So I don't know what happened when you linked, but it looks like it's all the same link. Now we're kind of getting to my main point is what I think would work better is if you created a product for each of these, and then they would choose the product they want instead of clicking into this package and then going into a separate portal. Like you could have a product for Christmas Radio Direct USA that linked to that specific one instead of having this list of links within one product. So I'm just wondering why we're doing it, or why you built it this way instead of having a separate product for each of these different options.
Well, that's what I did. It's supposed to be a separate one, but the link for the payment portal, which is the same portal, but it listed as that particular one, not just the $295. It like if it's a Christmas package or whatever one. So, but it's coming through the link in my Pipeline Pro CRM, because that's the only way that I could build it out, where to have that payment processor on there, unless I could do it in Vendasta. I don't.
Yeah, you can create custom products and build them through our platform. So what we could do is, and we don't have to save anything that I do in here, but I'm just gonna go back to the main products list, and I'm gonna create a test one. So you could say, add a product for specifically, sorry, I already forgot what it was called, but like, I'm just gonna say Christmas USA. Well, we can make this obviously more specific after. And it's a product, and it would be just the one Christmas package that you have. And then we can put whatever icon we want with it, give it a short description, and I'm just going to hit add. We can delete this after because I know it's messy and not what it would actually be called. And then you would build just the product for this Christmas USA package that you have. Now, once we have this created in your marketplace, you can activate it for an account within the Vendasta CRM, so within the accounts in Vendasta, and have the payment for this flow through the Vendasta system instead of sending them to a separate system. So basically, this product would be a shell for whatever pricing you want for that. And you can have an order form with whatever questions you need. Like, you've already built this stuff. You know how this stuff works. But then once this product is created, and I'm going to jump back to Partner Center here, you would come to an account in your system. So accounts, manage accounts, I'll use yours as an example. You'd go into lifetime management, and then under order products here, you would be able to choose one of your custom products. So let's say, I might need to refresh it because I might be too fast with this. Let's do your radio submission. So here you'll see one of your custom products, and you've got all of these different custom products that are showing in here. So basically, whatever you do in Vendor Center, then you can then activate on an account in Vendasta, in Partner Center, and charge your customers through this portal. So I won't actually activate anything. I'm not actually going to charge anything. But what you do is you choose the product you want, hit proceed to next step. Any order forms that you have created will need to be filled out in here. So all the details that you have in here, anything that you've marked as required will need to be filled out. And then on the next screen, you're able to send this to the customer for approval and to collect payment. So basically, you can do it all within here. You don't need to send them to a separate platform.
Okay. Let me just get back into here. Now I'm back on the Vendasta. Log in. I'm not able to log in.
You're having an issue logging into like Partner Center?
Yeah. 1 second. I'm about to go right in.
Yeah, no worries.
Come on. Should be right in. Okie dokie. I think that I could get in here now. It's going slow today. Come on, damn it. All right, I'm in there now.
Okay, perfect.
So, make sure. So I'm supposed to be in the vendor center or the partner? Vendor
So
center?
anything that you create in Vendor Center can be activated in Partner Center, and the billing can go through Partner Center. If you go into Partner Center, we can use like you saw when I was just sharing my screen here. I found your radio submissions product within the order products for this lifetime management account that you have in the system. So that would work the same for anything that you've created in Vendor Center and published in Vendor Center. So you can have a different product for each of those use cases that you had all the packages that you have in there. And you wouldn't have to send them to your other CRM. You could collect payment through ours.
Okay.
The first step of that, and I think we might have touched on this last week, is to set up under administration at the bottom of the menu in Partner Center. Go to Vendasta payments, and you've got yours connected. You've connected your Stripe account, so you're ready to process payment through our platform. So that's step one, and we've got that done, so that's perfect. And then what that means is if we go to manage accounts, you can now do everything that you need to for accounts in your system. So I'll use lifetime management as an example again. Once you click into this account under the manage accounts here, you've got this billing settings up here. So basically here is where you can set up what the billing settings look like for this specific customer. So like lifetime management wants to purchase one of those radio submission packages that you have. You've created a product for it. You come in here, set up their billing settings. So we won't save anything here, don't worry. You would turn on subscriptions. You can choose you want to automatically collect payment. You can choose if you want to automatically charge a payment method on file, everything like that. You choose the recipient, so the user on the account that's going to get these emails to fill in payment information and get the receipts once it automatically starts flowing through. You can even add their default payment method, like if you have their credit card information, you can actually punch this in right here for them. And then once you save all of this, because we turned on all of these automatic steps, you can activate the product and it will automatically create the, like, if it's a monthly recurring product, it will monthly charge them on whatever cadence you've set in here. If it's a one-time product, it will charge them the one time. If it renews on a quarterly basis, like whatever you set it up to, you will be able to set. And then when you activate a product for this customer, it will follow the billing settings that you set in here.
Okay.
So what we can do, I've got some resources that I'm going to send you in my follow-up about using subscription billing and setting up all of those pieces, and the boot camp session I'll send you so that you can dive into some of this. I'd love to go over it, like if you want to set up a specific customer that you know has payment that you want to set up or something like this. It's just a little, we're being, a little bit conceptual here right now using your account as an example. We could definitely do that with a specific customer if you have someone ready. So what I would suggest as a next step for you is come into Vendor Center, create a product for each of those packages, like each separate thing that you might bill a customer for, set the pricing on that product, do all of that, create the order forms if they need order forms, and then you will be able to activate those products within our system, and then you don't need to keep using the payment portal that you have in your other CRM. Just do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So you said just go through Vendor Center and make for each package, or make a
Yeah.
package, right?
Yes, create a product for each separate package, and then whatever pricing you set on the product. So if we look at Vendor Center again, whatever pricing, like let's go into radio submissions. Let's say this is just one of them. This is one specific package. You can set the pricing for that here. So it could be that $249 or whichever for that one package, and then the other product would have the pricing for its own specific thing. And then when you activate this product in Partner Center, it will use whatever pricing you set in here.
Okay. So how do you activate it in Partner Center? Or
so that is the
created in Vendor Center, right?
Yeah. Once it's all created and it's got all the pricing you want in Partner Center, you go into the account. So in the left-hand menu, click on Accounts. and then manage accounts, and then you click on the account name for whoever you want to activate it for. So lifetime management, we'll use your account as an example. And then you've got this order products button right here on the account.
Let me see. Where's it at?
Just on the right here, we've got the products box and then the order products button.
Okay, so now you were saying that goes through the CRM, right?
Sorry, I was just saying like you can use our system for it. CRM is a section in here as well. You do activating through accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, accounts is like just to differentiate between the two. The CRM is used for like your prospects. So if there's someone that you have just started talking to and like that you're recording like your initial conversations with, accounts is for like your paying customers. So once you actually have them in your system.
So just say someone was browsing my store, like they went to that link. Is there a way that it could be like streamlined so they could go through there and like if they see a package or something, they could just pick that and make a payment? Or
we do have the option. So I'm going to jump over to Marketplace and then Packages here. It gets a little complex. We do have a system where you can have a buy it yourself workflow. So you can have your customers be able to land on a specific package and add that to their cart. There are some complexities with it in that all of the purchasing goes through Business app. So they have to have an account in order to purchase. So if they land on your public store on your website and they click on, let's say, the artist producer's website with promotion, they click on this package and they're like, I want to purchase this. And then they click on this buy button on your store. What that's going to do is it's going to bring them into Business app. If they already have an account in Business app, it's going to ask them to sign in. Once they sign in, they then have to navigate to the store tab in Business app and choose this package again. Like it's not the best designed system, which is kind of unfortunate. So you can set it up that way, but what happens is if like they already have an account and they log in and then they purchase through that system, it would activate it on their account. It can process billing. It can do all of those good things. I generally recommend using a contact form option for your packages, where instead of it taking them to the shopping cart, it instead contacts you. So instead they reach out to you and you're like, great, yes, I'll activate that and you'll get payment processing. One of the reasons for that is that the buy it yourself model, like I just kind of talked you through, is a little bit wonky in our platform. It wasn't initially designed for that, so there's kind of some wonky workarounds that happen with that. And I definitely don't recommend it with something that has like a robust order form or where you need a lot of information from the customer or from your potential client because that kind of puts blockers in place, and we found that not a lot of people complete that transaction. So you end up reaching out to them anyway to be like, hey, I saw that you looked at this package. Are you still interested? And then you help them out with it anyway. So the like contact sales option makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
What would happen if you saved this as a contact form? And I'll just show you under Manage Store here, this contact form option. You are the salesperson assigned to the store, so you would get notified. You get an email that someone was browsing your store, interested in that package. They would have an account and a user for them in your system, like it creates that piece when they click that contact sales option. So you would basically be like, cool, this person is interested in this. You can reach out to them right away. You could even like if they said that they're interested in buying it, you could even send them an invoice in that moment, like however you want to work that piece out.
Okay. So you said once again, I have to go to the vendor center and make a
yeah, if you want to start billing your customers for these like radio submission packages, like these existing products of yours through our system, you would want to create one for every product within Vendor Center, and then you'd be able to activate them on your customers' accounts and bill that way. I know you've already been using a different CRM, and you've already been collecting payment for that separately. So like if you want to keep using that for your radio submissions and your other submission pieces that you have, you can obviously do that. But if you want to start using it through our system, then creating a separate product for each one within Vendor Center would be the best way to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. But outside of that, like you've been in Vendor Center, so you've been doing some stuff in there. You've got Vendasta payment set up, so like you've got all of the first step pieces ready for that. So it just involves, finalizing the products in there and then getting your process down for activating those products for clients. Like with your existing store that you have through, I can't remember what system you're using. Sorry, the other CRM that you've been using.
Pipeline Pro.
Pipeline Pro. Do you have your customers purchase directly through that?
Well, it gives you a link. Like I said, I was building out separate links for each package, and then I would put that link in there. But like I said, it kept converting back to that $295 package, and there's different prices for each package, and that's what I'm saying. So it would give me the link after I made the payment, and then I put it into your system, and then it would only go back to the $295, the top AC, instead of Christmas package or whatever,
or whichever place it's supposed to go to. So if you have a different product for each of these, like then the payment can go through our system. So then it would just be whatever price point you had on each separate product that you create in Vendor Center. You could also, if you still wanted to send them to the payment link that you have within Pipeline Pro, I would still recommend creating a separate product for each of those, like the Christmas one, the top 100, whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, not a separate link within the one product that you created, but a separate product for each of those. And then you could put whichever link you wanted in each of those products. I think what might be happening in Vendor Center right now is because you have them all in one spot, I just think that might be the reason that it's causing issues. If you had a different product for each of these and then had only the link for this one in the description of it, that might also work better. So like, let's say instead of radio submissions top 100, let's cancel this.
Can you go onto there and like see the links?
Yes, I did look at them. Yes, I did see that they were all saved as the same one. Yeah. I don't know why that's happening. But if we create a separate product for each one, I think you would be able to put, like if this was the Christmas USA product instead, and then you only needed to put the link for the Christmas one in the description of that order form, and then you had a separate product for each of the separate SKUs, then you'd be able to put only that link in there. I think that might work better. Or you could just start using all of the payment within the Vendasta platform, in which case we wouldn't need those links at all, right? Like you wouldn't need the links for the payment portal in your old CRM because you'd be using payment through our system.
I'm going to try to go straight through this system then and just keep it in there. Use that for other things, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, I would suggest creating your different products here in Vendor Center, and then we can also look at how you would want to go about ordering that for clients and what you want that system to look like, or that process to look like, sorry.
So if could you go down to the radio submission?
Yes.
So I try to show you.
Where do you want me to go in here?
Can you go down a little bit? Because I can't really see it on here. Let me try to go over here. Because this is not what I'm used to seeing. I know this is where you build it, but all right. Is this in the regular, like the store?
Like this is in Vendor Center, like where you're building the radio submissions product.
Okay. Is there a way that you could go directly to the store, the SBM store or whatever, or the
SMB login store? Yeah. I've got that tab open. This one here.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to see if. So I could still add, like I'm doing in this, I could still add a link from Vendasta for like a USA alternative rock or a USA.
Yeah, you would create a product in Vendor Center for each of these as standalones.
Okay.
And then we can talk about like how you want that to show in your store here. Like, do you want each of those products to show individually? Do you want to bundle them into packages with other things? Like, then we can decide what that looks like.
I want them to have the choice of picking what package they want, because each one of them is for different genres of music. So that's why, it's different genres, but it goes to different radio stations when they purchase that package. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
uh, so there's like a top 100 in each genre. So
Yeah. Yeah. So then you could like, this is a standalone product. So like just when we're looking at that SMB login store, we're in the all tab right now. The all tab shows all individual products and all packages. So let's say like you wanted to have someone purchase Ad Critter, which is a product here. This would take them to just that product. And then if we look at like your artist management and mentor business, this is a bundle that you've created, which
I'm still working. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no worries. But like the bundle itself could have multiple products in it. So like if you could have like your Christmas USA product, and then maybe you want to bundle it with some other solutions from our marketplace or something else. Like you can have either bundles or standalone products showing in this all tab. The one thing that makes it a little bit complex is the more individual products you have in here, the more cluttered the all tab gets. Right, because it's showing everything. It's showing all of your bundles, all of your standalone products, and standalone products only show under the all tab, whereas you can like organize your bundles into different categories. You can like hide and show different things within the other categories. So that's why like our store is really, our public store and our store system is really designed for like bundles of solutions. So it can be kind of tricky if you're also trying to sell standalone solutions through it. But it's definitely possible. It's just going to be a little bit less organized.
Okay, so could you tell me about how to do the standalone again? I mean,
So once you have them all created in Vendor Center and you've got all of those products published, like the Christmas one, the top 100, whatever. For whatever reason, I can only remember Christmas's category. Once you have those all created and published, when we go back into the Manage Store in Partner Center, basically you just need to enable those products. So in Vendor Center, you will have published them, and then once you publish them, they will show in your store. And then when we look in this Manage Store section under categories here, you'll see this all category shows all of the packages that are in there, and then these ones can be organized further. Basically anything that you enable from Vendor Center, you can have show. So just show you where I am. Marketplace products, you've got this toggle at the top for my products. So this will show only the ones that you have created, and you'll see they'll have this little checkbox if they are showing in the store. So the artist funnel product that you created is already checked off as selling in store. This build YouTube channel is not. So if you wanted to have this one show in the store, you would click on it here under this product section. You would go to product info, and you would oh, sorry, I'm being silly. It's actually on the overview tab. On the overview tab, you would just check this box over here. So available in store, and you would to yes, and then it would show in that all tab in your store.
Yeah, could you keep that on there or whatever? I mean,
Yeah, I checked it off there, so that's saved. So just to remind you, marketplace products, once you've created and published them all in Vendor Center, you'd come in here, switch over to the My Product section, and then just see any that aren't already showing in the store, and you just click on them and hit this checkbox over here, which I'm guessing you want this TV film placements as well?
Yes.
Yeah, all the other ones it looks like were checked off already.
I forgot how to do that, but okay. I got it.
I will send you an article about showing individual products in your store so that you can do this after the fact as well.
So there's no like streamline process. They have to go in and create an account for them to do any of this stuff, right?
Yes, to activate any products, we need to know what account we're associating that with. So they need to have an account in the system. And if they have an account in the system, like let's say you created an account for them already and you've added them as a user on it, they can actually access the store in Business App in their client portal. So they wouldn't need to go to your public store on your website or that SMB login link that we were looking at. They could actually do it straight in their portal. And that's probably the most streamlined way. if you already know who they are and you already have them in your system. If they are just browsing on your website, they will need to create an account before they can purchase anything.
Okay.
Because that's how our billing system works. It's all tied to accounts and users within the platform.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's why it can be nice to have that like contact sales option instead of a direct buy it now link, because then that kind of helps you make sure that things are set up properly before they collect payment. Because otherwise it can be a little bit wonky of an experience for a customer. And we've found that partners lose leads that way sometimes when people get frustrated with the process. So it can be easier for them to just reach out and then you do it for them, send them their bill, and then they pay it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to send you some resources on some of the stuff that we covered today, because I know we jumped around a whole lot. So I'm going to send you resources so you can dive deeper on it. And then we're just coming up on the end of our time here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you some resources and I'll outline some of the processes that we looked at, like where to come to make sure your products are showing in your public store, all of those pieces. And then you have one more training.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, sorry, I misclicked there and just like entirely closed my Google Meet tab. Sorry about that. So what I was just saying is I'll send you that follow-up email, and then you have one more training session with me. We have until the end of January to use that one. January 29th. So maybe if you want to dive in, create those products in Vendor Center, do all the steps that we looked at today, and then we can use your last session in like the last week of January to look at setting up billing for an individual customer, or if there's another like next step that you want to dive into, we can do it that way.
All right.
Perfect. And then if you have any questions while you're diving into this over the next like week and a bit, feel free to send them to me by email. You don't have to book your last call. If you just have a quick question, I can do that over email too. And then just make sure that you schedule that last call either next week or the last week of January so that we can get that on the calendar.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks for your time today. I know, Cam, we jumped all over the place. I'll send you the call recording in case you want to follow along with that, and the rest of the resources that I mentioned, and we'll go from there.
All right. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Arthur. Take care.
Bye.